adjust my data, you guys. All right, folks. So, my Wi-Fi, is up and down place. Therefore, I'm not gonna risk it. So, yesterday we went over the next king after Solomon, Rehoboam, who is his son. When the workers and servants had asked, "Please go easy on us more," but no. Instead, the king's like, "Nope, but I'm going to increase your workload and I'll use scorpions on you instead." So those people rebelled, and then Jeroboam um, hold on. Sorry. Chapter 11. Then he reigns over Judah and constructs cities. And then he appoints false priests, and it also talks about his family. And then in chapter 12, Judah is invaded by Egypt, and the people humble themselves for the wrath that they provoked for the Lord. And instead of just being utterly destroyed, they are just punished. So yeah, chapter 13, Abijah succeeds Rehoboam. That's where we're going to start back on. In the 18th year of King Jeroboam, Abijah became king of Judah. He reigned in Jerusalem for 3 years, and his mother's name was Micaiah, the daughter of Uriel of Gibeah. Now there was war between Abijah and Jeroboam. Abijah became king over Jerusalem. He reigned in Jerusalem for 3 years, and his mother's, Abijah began the battle with an army of warriors, 400,000 chosen men, while Jeroboam drew up in battle formation against him with 800,000 chosen men who were valiant warriors. And so war. Then Abijah stood at Mount Zemaraim, which is in the hill country Ephraim, and said, "Listen to me, Jeroboam and all Israel. Do you not know that the Lord, God of Israel, gave the rule over Israel forever to David and his sons by a covenant of salt? Yet Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, of Solomon, the son of David, rose up and rebelled against his master, and worthless men gathered to him, wicked men who proved too strong for Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, when he was young and timid and could not hold his own against them. So now you intend to assert yourselves against the kingdom of the Lord through the sons of David, being a great multitude, and having with you the golden calves which Jeroboam made for you as gods. Have you not driven out the priests of the Lord, the sons of Aaron, and the Levites, and made for yourselves priests like the other peoples of the lands? Whoever comes to consecrate himself with a bull and 7 rams, even he may become a priest of things that are not God's. But as for us, the Lord is our God, and we have not abandoned him, and the sons of Aaron are ministering to the Lord as priests, and the Levites attend to their work. Every morning and evening they burn to the Lord burnt offerings and fragrant incense, and a showbread is set on the clean table, and a golden lampstand with its lamps is ready to light every evening. For we perform our duty to the Lord our God, but you have abandoned him. Now behold, God is with us at our head, and his priests with the signal trumpets to sound the war cry against you. Sons of Israel, do not fight against the Lord your God, your fathers, for you will not succeed. But Jeroboam had set an ambush to come from behind, so that Israel was in front of Judah, and the ambush was behind them. When Judah turned around, behold, they were attacked both from front and rear. So they cried out to the Lord, and the priests blew the trumpets. Then the men of Judah raised a war cry, and the men of Judah raised the war cry. God defeated Jeroboam and all Israel before Abijah and Judah. When the sons of Israel fled from Judah, God handed them over to them. Abijah and his great people defeated them with a great slaughter, so that 500,000 chosen men of Israel fell slain. The sons of Israel were subdued at that time, and the sons of Judah conquered because they trusted in the Lord, the God of their fathers. Abijah pursued Jeroboam and captured from his several cities, Bethel with its villages, Jeshanah with its villages, and Ephron with its villages. So, that is chapter 11. So Rehoboam, he rules Judah, and Jeroboam is planning to take over Israel because people gathered to him now. And because of this, Rehoboam and Jeroboam, both of them go to war, and Rehoboam has gained back the kingdom. Chapter 14. Asa succeeds Abijah in Judah. So Abijah lay down with his fathers, and they buried him in the city of David, and his son Asa became king in this place. The land was undisturbed for 10 years during his days. And Asa did what was good in the right in the sight of the Lord, his God, for he removed the foreign altars and high places, tore down the memorial stones, cut down the Asherim, and commanded Judah to seek the Lord God of their fathers, and to comply with the law and the commandment. He also removed the high places and the incense altars from all the cities of Judah, and the kingdom was undisturbed under him. He built fortified cities in Judah, since the land was undisturbed, and there was no war with them during those years, because the Lord had given him rest. For he said to Judah, let's build these cities and surround them with walls and towers, gates, and bars. The land is still ours, because we have sought the Lord our God. We have sought him, and he has given us rest on every side. So they built and prospered. Now also had an army of 300,000 men from Judah, carrying large shields and spears, and 280,000 from Benjamin, carrying shields and wielding bows. All of them were valiant warriors. Now Zerah the Ethiopian went out against them with an army of 1,000,000 men and 300 chariots, and he went to Mareshah. So Asa went out to meet him, and they drew up in battle formation in the valley of Zephatiah at Mareshah. Then Asa called out to the Lord his God and said, Lord, there is no one besides you to help in the battle between the powerful and those who have no strength. Help us, Lord our God, for we trust in you, and in your name have come against this multitude. Lord, you are our God. Do not let man prevail against you. So the Lord routed the Ethiopians before Asa and before Judah, and the Ethiopians fled. Asa and the people who were with him pursued them as far as Gerar. And so many Ethiopians fell that they could not recover, for they were shattered before the Lord and before his army. And they carried away a very large amount of plunder. They destroyed all the cities around Gerar, for the dread of the Lord had fallen on them, and they pillaged all the cities, for there was much plunder in them. They also fatally struck those who owned livestock, and they led away large numbers of sheep and camels. Then they returned to Jerusalem. I think I'm going to have to step away for a moment, folks, because I am sleepy. But I plan to do a part 2 to groove, to compensate for it, because I feel that we need a part 2. Okay? So, we'll playing part 2 later on. I'm not sure exactly when, but, or yeah, when, what time, um, but I'll play it part 2. But chapter 14, essentially Asa is in Judah now. He does what was right in the name of the Lord, and he removes all of the wicked idolatry and stuff, and then he seeks the Lord with all his heart, basically. So the Lord's with him, and they went up against the Ethiopians, and they struck him. And because the Lord's wrath was against them, they cannot recover. Okay? So, chapter 13, Jeroboam tries unsuccessfully to steal the kingdom from Rehoboam. And then Abijah, not Rehoboam, but Abijah. And then Asa becomes the king in Judah after that. A man after the heart of the Lord, and he does everything in his name. Okay? Yeah, we'll be back for more 2 Chronicles in a few hours. Thank you all.